So the boat was hauled on Friday. Work started Monday morning. This is Tuesday afternoon, so after 2 full days of work, they had 1 coat of anti-foul paint applied. I have the original 3-blade prop. I'd like to try out a 4-blade. I don't recall the pitch or diameter, but the 4-blade prop's pretty common upgrade for this vintage of hull. Here are the 3 points of fiberglass repair. Now, my port side has about 200 dime size blisters. They existed when we bought the boat. I was aware of them. My marine surveyor wasn't too concerned. He tells me they're fairly common for this vintage. They're rock hard. I gotta go back and look at the photos from 5 years ago, but I don't think they've changed so noticeable amount in size or quantity. I don't know, let me know your opinion on blisters. I talked to a gentleman who restored a 35-foot CHB. He had the hull peeled and resurfaced. I think he spent close to $25,000, which is more than half the value of the boat. So I don't have any intention of doing a hull peel, as long as it's not a safety issue or a structural problem, which from what I'm told from the pros at the yard and the surveyor, it's not a major issue. But it is discouraging to look at all of that on the side of the hull. They're more prevalent on the port side than the starboard. Here's the underside of the keel. You can see where I scraped off from the rock some of the old paint and primer. The gel coat was intact, so I guess there was no sense in sanding down layers of old paint. It's just a cosmetic thing on the bottom of the keel. I'm sure that'll all blend together over the next several generations of paint that gets applied in the future. The places where I gouged into the gel coat and first few layers of fiberglass have been ground down and replaced. Starboard side, get some blisters over here as well, but not as many as on the port side. I had this basket for the main engine intake replaced 2 years ago. It was missing one of the fins, and I had some sea creatures get inside the sea strainer. Just running down the keel shoe on the starboard side. It's actually got a better view here on video than I could see in person when I was at the yard. I didn't want to lay down on my back on the pavement. I wanted to have the yard wax my hull. They actually declined. They were concerned that it wasn't going to be the best finish. I've got some heavy oxidation, and they're saying some discoloring in different places. I buffed off all the oxidation and couple years ago, applied my own wax job. I did an okay job. So I don't know. I guess I'll tackle it myself in the water at some point in the future when my back is feeling up for it. I've got a bunch of wood juice stains from scuppers. Got a couple places where my teak deck is starting to leak into the fiberglass core or plywood core. I do need to tackle a massive project of replacing my teak decks with non-skid. But for now, I've just been using the fiberglass stain remover occasionally to take off all that wood juice stains. And I've also got some fender rubber scuffs all over the hull that I need to clean up. The hull's looking pretty dirty right now. Received a quote to repaint the boot stripe. 2-part sprayed on $2,600 or $1,500 to roll and tip with a 1-part. So I'm going to wait on that, maybe in 2 years. High dollar item for what's mostly difficult to see when the boat's in the water. I'm putting together a video for next week that goes over what I spent at the yard and the inspection recommendations for urgent and upcoming repairs to the mechanical systems. I stay aggressive with spending anywhere that is a safety related issue. I tend to let some of these cosmetic things slide when it's going to be expensive. You know, I got to balance the family enjoyment factor relative to the overall spend on a 40-year-old boat. At some point in the future, hopefully many years from now, the next owner will be very happy, as all they'll have to do is focus on wax and bright work and things to make the boat look pretty. That's it for this week. Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching.